In today's video, I've made a quick breakfast with scrambled eggs, sourdough toast, and some orange slices, plus a delicious smoothie. Also, I'll be talking about the movie Sinners. I went to go see it. Check it out.
When you watch it, if you watch it, you have to see it from a creative perspective. And what I mean by that is not to take everything literally, like think deeper and what the inner message could be. Hey guys, it's me, Talia Risa Gibson. You can call me Tag for short, and welcome to my channel.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Today I have some breakfast. So I have some scrambled eggs, sourdough, butter toast, and some orange slices. And I made a green smoothie. It has oat milk, kale, frozen soursop pulp, and also it has frozen banana. All right, so I'm gonna say a prayer and we'll get into it. Dear God, thank you for this food I'm about to eat. Thank you for this day. I ask that you be with my viewers, keep them happy, healthy, and safe. In your name I pray, amen. Amen. So I'm gonna actually add some tapatio onto my eggs. So I put a little cayenne pepper in the eggs, but just wanted some spice. All right, so let's get into this. I was gonna just make a smoothie at first, and then I remembered I had this sourdough bread, and I was like, you know what? Let me just make a breakfast for myself. So So, how are y'all doing? I had to get something in my belly. Cheers to you. It's nice and refreshing. I'm gonna eat those oranges after I finish my eggs. So y'all, I went to go see the movie Sinners with my friend Ayo, Ari, and Nick, who are co-hosts on our YouTube channel, Artificial Conversation, which will be coming back. We're kind of trying to map out some dates to record. But yesterday was Ari's birthday. So she wanted to go see Sinners after she had a fish fry with her family. And so I met up with them for the movie yesterday evening. And it's funny because we were talking about if it was going to be like scary, because, you know, there's vampires in it. But it kind of builds up to the whole vampire situation. And it's kind of interesting, the storyline and how in-depth it is. I'm not going to reveal too much about the movie because I would say go watch it yourself. But it's not, because some people were thinking from the clips of it that it might be kind of demonic kind of thing. But it's not really that when you really watch the movie and see the storyline of it. But I will say, shout out to Ryan Coogler, who produced and directed the movie. Michael B. Jordan. He played himself. Well, he didn't play himself, but he played the role of twin brothers. And when I say he embodied both personalities to where you could see the difference between the two twins, like he embodied it so well that it really felt like two different people. Like he did a really good job of portraying those brothers. When you watch it, if you watch it, you have to see it from a creative perspective. So, and what I mean by that is not to take everything literally, like think deeper and what the inner message could be. I will say, the beginning of the movie starts off with showing you the ending. But then after showing you that clip of the ending, it tells you what happened the day before and how it built up to the scene that you see at the beginning of the movie. I heard people say to stay until the end of the credits. And I wish we had, because now I don't know. I'm hoping I can find where someone has spilled the beans online about the end of the credits. But I really enjoyed the movie because I felt like there's some clear messages that are important to think through and think about. I love that he honored the impact of like that deep South Delta blues music, and how that really paved a way for a lot of the new school music that came after it, such as R&B and hip hop and all of that. If we think about like even R&B and hip hop, it tells a story. And I feel like we've gotten far, far away from that true storytelling in some ways. And there's some of these younger artists who are still trying to include telling about their life struggles and giving information about their communities and using that to build up music. But then you have the people that just want to over sexualize everything, and they just no class. And it's like finding that balance of being who you are but still having some class about it, you know? And we're so much more than sex, money, and drugs. We're so much more than that. And I hate that our music industry has allowed that narrative to be pushed and pushed and pushed in our faces. And honestly, I keep up with some people, but there's so many artists that I don't even know because I just don't want to listen. It's like, I'll usually, like on Apple Music, every so often I'll go and browse for new music that has been released. And I'll look at the cover, and sometimes I may recognize the artist, sometimes I may not. And I might say, you know what, let me download this album. Or like Lady Gaga released a new album, and like I'll see these popular kind of names. And even though I may not actively listen to these kinds of people, or like Will Smith's album, like anytime someone releases a new album and I just want to give it a listen to kind of see if there's anything on there that I like, I'll give it a chance. And I try to let myself listen to other genres. Like, I think, who was it? Linkin Park released another album. And I remember Linkin Park from back in high school and stuff like that. And they're a rock band, and I'm not really a hard rock kind of person. And so I gave it a chance and I listened to some of the songs. And then, but when I was listening, they have a girl that's singing with them, and there's just a lot of screamo and stuff in there. And so I was like, nope, just not my thing. So I'll give stuff a chance. But then there's some where I'm just like, I'm not even, because I already know I'm not going to enjoy a Sexy Red album. So I'm not going to download it. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just not. Now, Glorilla, I'll listen to it and see if there's any songs that I enjoy. But when they just start talking about the same stuff that just doesn't honor who I am or who I even want my friends or my nieces or the people around me to be, then I just skip, like, no, just not interested, you know? But this movie is deep, though. I mean, you got the racial issues, you got the music history, you have the selling your soul to try to be, you have letting people enter your life and enter the things you're trying to do for your people, and you're letting them come and interrupt it because of money and this greed and wanting to just have more and have more and have more, and it ends up destroying. And as someone who sings and writes, and I've experienced bits and pieces of music industry, mind you, I haven't experienced it at the grand scale, but I have experienced the music industry in its forms, and I've been around people who have had successes in music and stuff like that. And one of my takeaways from it, and if you guys watch it, let me know if you agree. One of my takeaways from it was that as Black people, we have this rich history of music that has like transcended years after years after years, and it's formed into other genres and stuff like that. But for some reason, we've let our desire for power and money and all of that, we've allowed people to come into our creativity and come and take over. If you look at, Kanye, there's things that I just can't stand about Kanye, but there's things that I just feel like he's a genius about. And he's definitely good at music. And sometimes if you listen closely, he says things that are true and make sense. And one of the things that he talked about was, look at who's running the music industry. You have so many Black and brown artists who are making these people money, and they don't look like us at all. And they don't understand the music and where it comes from and all that. They just know it makes money. And people have allowed them to take over, and look at where our music has gone and just how detrimental some of our music is to the mind and just what it's selling and what it's putting out there. I saw a lot of that in this movie. And I don't know, and that's me looking from like a artist or singer's mind, but there's a lot of other deep messages in there too. So I would say watch the movie and watch it from a creative mind, and also watch it from a non-literal point of view. Some things are right there in your face, maybe literally, but some things you gotta look at a little closely and, oh, I get what he's doing there, So So I thought it was a good movie. So yeah, there's a lot of messages in that movie, but another message that was clear was that your life decisions and what you do, bringing that around people you love, care about, oftentimes can destroy them, even though you may love them. And so, people will say things like, it's my life. I can do what I want to do. Like, it's my life, But if you have people that you love and you care about, you do need to think about them, because your actions and the things that you do and those things that you desire so much, you may sacrifice your family, your friends, and everyone around you that actually cares and loves you. You may sacrifice all that, and then at the end of the day, you end up with nothing. And was it all worth it? So there's a lot of messages, and yeah, just check it out and see what you think. I'm very curious. If you've watched it, in the comment section, tell me, what did you think about it? I'm not gonna rate it because I feel like it was just such a unique movie that there's so many layers to it. I don't think I would rate it. I just feel like it's a strong movie with some deep messages that I feel like people should watch and talk about, That's it. That's all, you guys. I appreciate you all so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Go watch the movie Sinners, produced and directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Michael B. Jordan, as well as some other people. I'm not going to tell you who all is in the movie, because there were some that I didn't go look at all the full cast. And so it was cool to see some people in the movie. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. You got some heavy hitters in here. So yeah, check it out. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course hit that bell notification so you know when I post. Until next time, bye.
Have a good time. Join the fun, grab someone, wave those hands in the air if you dare. We'll have a good time, good time, good time. Join the fun, make
good time.